Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Shabbat Shalom and happy Purim. So this Purim, the costume I'm wearing is a virtual costume, which means that I'm not really wearing anything. This is a Zoom filter, and they say it's a bandit filter, but I'm thinking it's a bandit filter, which is a Yiddish word, and it means mischievous. I am feeling mischievous. I always do for Purim, you know that. As someone said, it's a little bit like an April Fool's Day. I'm not being mischievous where I'm doing pranks on people. I'm just feeling mischievous about the kind of creativity that we're doing and the kind of things that you're going to experience during the service. Some of it is going to be wild and crazy. Some of it is going to be serious and inspiring. One of the blessings we say before we read the Megillah is Bayamim hahem bazman hazeh, like we do for Hanukkah, which means at those days, at this time. So that to me means that for almost every Jewish holiday, almost all the time, when we have joyous things, we also remember the somber things. And so for this holiday especially, we are very conscious of the fact that 1 year ago, we were still together celebrating Purim. And then it was shortly after that, we had one more week of getting together. We had a Hadassah Shabbat, and it's been a year of not being able to worship together in person. No one could have imagined that we were going to have to be separated like this. We can be joyful. We've got lots of wonderful experiences for you. You're not going to believe how creative our students are for the Purim Schpiel that they did this year. When they suggested to me that the topic of the year that they wanted to use was the pandemic, I thought they were crazy. It sounded terrible to me to think about that virus as a joyful thing. But they worked it out so that it is precious. You're going to love it. If you want, you can watch it on YouTube separately from the service. But you're going to love this because the kids are wonderful and joyful and bandit. You'll see I'm wearing my Hamantash and earrings, and I'm ready. I'm wearing a mask, but it's not the same kind of mask that we're wearing every day. Who would have thought a year ago that we would be getting used to wearing masks all the time? I don't think we could have imagined what our world was going to be like. One of the things that's happened to us as we look frontwards and backwards this year is that in this past week, we hit a horrible milestone of 500,000 Americans who died of this virus. Just Americans alone. We have almost 2.5 million people worldwide who have died of this virus. So we are taking this seriously. We are trying very hard to stay safe. So we have this, and we have this opportunity to be able to have a creative service for you like none ever before and probably none ever after. We look back at some of our previous services and we took some sections from that. And it was important for us to do that for a few reasons. One is you'll see some adorable kids who are now way more grown up. But another important thing is that this week we lost Virginia Walker. She passed away this week. And she has been a very important person to our congregation for decades as a singer in the choir, as a choir director. And she was here all the time. And so she passed away. And so we have some of the segments of some of her beautiful, inspiring singing as part of our service tonight. But we also have crazy singing. When Max was working on the service, he would sometimes listen to the service faster because he doesn't have to listen to the songs the whole way. He knows that we did a great job with them. But he decided all year long, he started making a collection of what he called We Are the Chipmunks version of the service. So I'm not going to lie, you're going to hear some crazy versions of some of the songs you know and love because we can do that. We can be bandit today. That's what we do. So one of the things, by the way, that we are celebrating is that the boil advisory is lifted. So there's lots to celebrate. So before we continue our service, we need to take a deep breath. Let it out slowly. Oh, that wasn't good. Try again. Let it out slowly. Be ready for an exciting, fun, but also very inspiring service. You know, The year that we have been hunkering down feels a little bit like a year of hiding. Queen Esther had to hide her identity. In fact, the name Esther also means hiding. And so we have learned about hiding for a very different kind of reason. But now we get to be ourselves, and we get to hide today, be crazy today, but look forward to a service where we get inspired, because the world outside is a little bit scary right now. And I think you'll find that the service that we have chosen for you, the words that we have, will help you be inspired, have hope, be able to be a little bit crazy, but also get to have some seriousness. Love you very much. Shabbat Shalom. Enjoy. And I want you to remember that the theme has sometimes to do with when you feel like there's no hope, or you feel like people are out to get us, and what we do in order to not be upset, how to keep hope when things are hard. Notice that we're all here together. I love that. There are moments when we hear the call of our higher selves, the call that links us to the divine. Then we know how blessed we are with life and love. May this be a moment of such vision, a time of deeper attachment to the godlike in us and in our world, for which we all shall give thanks and praise. Imagine what you were feeling during the time of Esther after Haman, created that evil decree. Imagine sometimes when things are hard for us today, we say this. Read with me, please. Eternal God, we thank you for your gift of hope, our strength in times of trouble. Beyond the injustice of our time, its cruelty and its wars, we look forward to a world at peace, when men and women deal kindly with each other, and no one is afraid. Every bad deed delays its coming. Every good one brings it near. May our lives be your witness, so that future generations bless us. May the time come, as the prophet taught, when the sun of righteousness will rise with healing on its wings. Help us to pray for it, to wait for it, to work for it, and to be worthy of it. We praise you, O God, the hope of Israel. I love that prayer. There's so much in that prayer that I keep with me all week long, all year long. I love the line that says, every bad deed delays its coming and every good one brings it near. We know that the next thing we choose gets to bring it nearer. I love that. And be worthy of it. Let us be the blessing. May future generations bless us. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat. And now our Kiddush. We'll do the whole thing in Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava u'ratzon hinchilanu zikaron le'maaseh bereshit ki hu yom tehila lemikra'e kodesh zecher letziat Mitzrayim Kivanu v'acharta
ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. לחיים, לחיים.
We will now have fun welcoming the angels of Shabbat and the Shabbat bride. So we can make fun about this holiday, but I think that I think it was scary for a while, and I think that we sometimes are scared for a variety of reasons, and I want to remind you that you can count on God. Your greatness, Eternal One, surpasses our understanding, yet at times we feel your nearness. Overwhelmed by awe and wonder as we behold the signs of your presence, still we feel within us a kinship with the divine. And so we turn to you, O God, looking at the world about us and inward to the world within us, there to find you, and from your presence gain life and strength. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabba, be'alma divrach yiruteh, v'yamlich malchuteh, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל בעגלה בעגלה ובזמן קריב ומרו אמן. יהא שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעלמי עלמיה יתברך יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל שמך דקודשה בריחו לעילא מן כל ברכתה ושירתה תושבחתה ונחמתה דמירן בעלמא ומרו אמן. ברכו את אדוני המבורך. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. We praise you, eternal God, sovereign of the universe, whose word brings on the evening. With wisdom you open heaven's gates, and with understanding you make the ages pass and the seasons alternate. Your will controls the stars as they travel through the skies. You are creator of day and night, rolling light away from darkness and darkness from light. You cause day to pass and bring on the night, separating day from night. You command the hosts of heaven. May the living and eternal God rule us always to the end of time. We praise you, O God, whose word makes evening fall. Unending is your love for your people, the house of Israel. Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts have you taught us. Therefore, O God, when we lie down and we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and rejoice in your Torah and mitzvot forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life and the length of our days. Then your love shall never depart from our hearts. We praise you, O God. You love your people Israel. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malechuto Le'olam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha ve'hayu ha'devarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam b'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'ot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot bein einecha u'chetavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'v'isharecha leman tizkiru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai Vitem kedoshim le'elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim liot lachem le'elohim ani Adonai Elohechem emet. You shall love your eternal God with all your heart, with all your mind, with all your being. Set these words, which I command you this day, upon your heart. Teach them faithfully to your children. Speak of them in your home and on your way, when you lie down and when you rise up. Bind them as a sign upon your hand. Let them be symbols before your eyes. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. Be mindful of all my mitzvot and do them. So shall you consecrate yourselves to your God. I am your eternal God, who led you out of Egypt to be your God. I am your eternal God. All this we hold to be true and sure. You alone are our God. There is none else, and we are Israel, your people. You are our sovereign. You deliver us from the hand of oppressors and save us from the fist of tyrants. You do wonders without number, marvels that pass our understanding. You give us our life. By your help, we survive all who seek our destruction. You did wonders for us in the land of Egypt, miracles and marvels in the land of Pharaoh. You led your people Israel out forever to serve you in freedom. When your children witnessed your power, they extolled you and gave you thanks. Willingly they enthroned you, and full of joy, Moses, Miriam, and all Israel sang this song. Chamocha ba'elim Adonai. But we're not going to do it like that. We're going to do it the regular way.
Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai. Mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh. Nora tehilot osefele. Nora tehilot osefele. Malechutecha ra'u vanecha bokei hayam lifnei Moshe tzelianu ve'ameru Adonai meloch Adonai meloch le'olam va'ed.
Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Eternal God, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up to find our hearts waiting to do your will. We praise you, Guardian of Israel, whose love gives light to all the world. O God of Israel, may our worship on this day help us to grow in loyalty to our covenant with you and to the way of life it demands, the way of gentleness and justice, the path of truth and of peace. Adonai sifatai tiftach ufi yagid tehilatecha. Eternal God, open my lips that my mouth may declare your glory. Baruch Atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, ve'Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, ve'Koneh Hakol, ve'Zocher Chasdei Avot v'Imahot, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. God of Israel, you are the hope of all the generations, the ones that are past and those yet to be. You are our God. You are the first. You are the last. You are the only one. You made the earth and brought us forth to dwell in it. You called Abraham and Sarah to your service, their children to bear witness to your glory. You formed us to be a covenant people, enduring as the stars in heaven. Eternal God, you are the shield of our people, our everlasting light. Your strength is with us always, O God. Your compassion does not fail. Winter winds are your messengers, summer dew, a sign of your grace. You reach out to the fallen and comfort the afflicted. You give heart to the captive and breathe hope into those who lie in the dust. Praise be the one whose breath is our life. Baruch atah Adonai, Mechayeh Hakol. You are Kadosh, holy. Your name is Kadosh, holy, and those who strive to be Kedoshim, holy, declare your glory day by day. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh, we praise you, Eternal One, the Holy God. Ritzeh, Ritzeh, Ritzeh Adonai Eloheinu, Be'amecha Yisrael, Utefilatam, Be'ahava tikabel, Utehi leratzon tamid, Utehi leratzon tamid, avodat Yisrael amecha. Baruch atah Adonai, she'otecha levadecha, b'yira na'avod, she'otecha levadecha, b'yira na'avod. You are with us in our prayer, in our love, and our doubt, in our longing to feel your presence and do your will. You are the still, clear voice within us. Therefore, O God, when doubt troubles us, when anxiety makes us tremble, and pain clouds the mind, we look inward for the answer to our prayers. There may we find you, and there find courage, insight, and endurance. And let our worship bring us closer to one another, that all Israel and all who seek you may find new strength for your service. Eternal source of good, we give thanks for the numberless gifts and blessings that fill our days, for life itself and its endless variety, for all that sustains body and mind, for love and friendship, for the delights of the senses, and for the excellence of your Torah, which deepens our life and enriches our days. Teach us, God of wonders, to work for a just and compassionate society where all may share your gifts in the joy of freedom.
Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Chasim L'Olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Chasim L'Olam. Ki ata hu melech Adon lekol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech Adon lekol hashalom. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Chasim L'Olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Chasim L'Olam. V'tov be'enecha levarech et amcha Yisrael, v'polet u'b'kol sha'a b'shlomecha. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Chasim L'Olam. Shalom Rav Yisrael Amcha Chasim L'Olam. Chasim L'Olam. Chasim L'Olam.
It is now time for us to say the prayers that are in our hearts and listen to the still small voice that answers. You may read the prayer that is on the screen or whatever your heart prompts.
Shalom, shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Ve'al kol Yisrael, amen.
It's been a long time since we've had the 3-person choir here all the time. And I love when you sing. But just now hearing that, I missed those other 2 voices for that one song. I love that melody. That's really beautiful. Our hearts and our prayers now turn to all who are ill, recuperating, dealing with consequences of confinement, or coping with the recent death of loved ones. O God, in our hearts we name those who are facing illness and pain. We join our prayers with the prayers of all who love them. Give them renewed comfort and courage. Strengthen in them the healing powers you have placed within us all. Guide the hands and hearts of those who are entrusted with their care. May the knowledge of your love and ours give added hope to them and to their dear ones. May they find even greater strength because our prayers are linked to theirs. Baruch atah Adonai, Rofeh HaCholim. We praise you, eternal God, the source of healing and health. El na refa na lahem. God, please heal, please them. El na refa na lahem. God, please heal, please them. Mi sheberach Avotenu Mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha lehavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. It has become our tradition to also bless and honor those who are our first responders, our heroes. On behalf of our military, police, firefighters, EMTs, doctors, nurses, and veterans, our frontline people, we say, Misheberach avotenu ve'imotenu. May the one who blessed and protected our ancestors guard all those whom we have entrusted with the responsibility of defending our freedom, protecting us, or healing us, in this country, in the land of Israel, and everywhere they've been called to serve. Give them courage to succeed and strength to persevere. May they return home safely. And let us say, Amen. There are special blessings we say before we read the Megillah. The Megillah. The three blessings will probably remind you of another holiday that we love, and that is Chanukah. The first blessing in English says, "We praise you, God of time and space, for mitzvot that make us holy, and for the joy of this mitzvah, the reading of the Megillah." The second blessing says, "We praise the God of our people, of our mothers and fathers, for the wonders they beheld in days of old at this season." And our last blessing, we say, is, "We give thanks for life, for sustenance, and for this joyous day." And before we finish, we will sing it. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu al mikra megillah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asa nisim la'avoteinu bayamim hahem b'hazman hazeh. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'hecheanu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. You'll notice from this picture that even though a Torah is written on a scroll and a Megillah is written on a scroll, usually a Megillah only has one handle, one Eitz Chaim. And that's because we read it from the beginning to the end, and then we just roll it up until the next time. With the Torah, we need to turn pages. Sometimes we go towards the beginning or the middle or the end. So we have 2 handles so that we can scroll it. This particular Megillah, our spiel this year, is based on the pandemic. That's what the students suggested. And at first I thought that was a horrible idea. But the more we thought about it, the more we realized how much fun we could have making our pandemic version of the spiel. I think you are going to love it. We do. Enjoy. Pandemic Purim Schpiel 5781 or 2021, created by Rabbi Jana at B'nai Zion Congregation and the students from my Hebrew classes.
Alexa, is there any news?
Live from the Shushan News Network, today's top story begins while there is a pandemic in Shushan. The king is still in the middle of a party that has already lasted many weeks. All of the important men of the region are with him on Zoom, of course. As you know, the king's name is Akash Varash, but since that is too difficult to say, we will continue to refer to him as King Toilet Paper. As you know, toilet paper is one of the most valuable things during the pandemic, so the king sees that nickname as an honor. You will find that King Toilet Paper is not always easy to find during this story, but it will all work out in the end. The queen's name was Vashti, but during the pandemic, she just wore pajamas every day, so people called her Queen Pajamashti, or Queen PJ for short. The queen was having a Zoom party for her friends while the king was having his Zoom party.
Queen PJ, come to my party. Want you to dance for the guys. Wear your crown.
I am really happy in my pajamas all day. I am not going on Zoom with just my crown.
Breaking news, reporting from SNN, the Shushan News Network. King Toilet Paper just sent out a message on all his social media accounts that Queen Pajamashti is no longer queen. King Toilet Paper will be hosting a beauty pageant on Zoom and stream to Facebook Live and YouTube. He wants to find the prettiest and nicest person to be his new queen. Click here to register for the pageant and receive a Zoom link. In a related report, we just learned of a woman who recently moved to Shushan who is being encouraged to enter the beauty pageant to be the new queen. She has an uncle who is raising her as if she were his daughter. His name is Maskahai. His niece is indeed pretty. Her name is Feister. Our sources say that he is Jewish, but we do not have confirmation about whether his niece is Jewish. Wait, this just in. His niece won the Zoom beauty pageant. Now she is Queen Feister. It looks like she might be the perfect antidote for the king's problems.
So, Queen Feister, I am incredibly proud of you. You are really the queen now.
Thank you, Uncle Maskahai. Thank you for really believing in me.
Please listen to me about something very important. Do not tell anyone that you are Jewish.
Yes, Uncle Maskahai. Gotta go. Stay safe out there.
Alexa, what is happening outside the palace now?
The outdoor camera shows that 2 guards walked out of sight of the cameras, and the camera can also see Maskakai around the corner from them.
Are you ready with the plans to sanitize the palace by removing the king tonight?
Dude, I was born to sanitize.
Alexa, do you have any more news?
Maskakai texted Feister what he heard the guards plotting. She got a message to King Toilet Paper, who told his other guards, and the king was saved. Purell and Lysol, on the other hand, could no longer be found anywhere. Maskakai's name was put in King Toilet Paper's special official book full of news about the king. The next morning, as usual, King Toilet Paper held a Zoom meeting with his chief advisor, whose name was Pandemic.
Pandemic. Boo! Did you hear that there were guards who planned to kill me, but we eliminated them?
Yes, King Toilet Paper. Speaking of plans, I like to propose a law that when anyone sees you or me, they need to bow to us and remove their masks to show respect.
Pandemic. Boo! I am too excited to still be alive to think about those things. I will send you my ring using United Pandemic Services. It should get to you soon. Make the laws you think we should.
Yes, King Toilet Paper. Thank you, Your Majesty. I will take care of things for you. Hey, you! Didn't you hear the law? You must bow down to me and take off your mask.
I am a Jew. I do not bow down to people. I will not take off a mask with others around me.
You will be sorry that you are disobeying my orders. Your Majesty, there are people in your kingdom who refuse to obey the laws. I would like to infect them and eliminate them.
Pandemic. Boo! I gave you my ring. Take care of this.
I have another law. I will spread around that will eliminate them.
Pandemic. Boo! That sounds fine. I'm going to stay in the palace.
Uncle Maskachai, what is this I hear about you and the other Jews doing a sackcloth and ashes TikTok challenge? I will send you some new clothes and masks.
Feister, I need to stay wearing these things until Pandemic.
Boo!
Won't be killing all the Jews. Feister, you are the queen. You need to tell the king that Pandemic. Boo! Must not kill the Jews.
I would if I could, but no one can go to King Toilet Paper unless he sends for them. The last people who tried got infected and died. Even though I am his wife and the queen, it is just too risky.
You must do it, Feister. I am sorry it is risky. I know how careful you have been, but maybe this is the reason you were chosen to be the queen. To save your people from the horrible Pandemic.
This is really scary, but I have an idea. You must send a message to all the Jews to fast and quarantine for 3 days. That means no Grubhub, Instacart, or even curbside pickup. I will fast and quarantine too. Then I will start pulling my plan into action. Dear Your Majesty, my husband, please do me the honor of attending a Zoom party for you and your advisor, Pandemic. I will text you the meeting ID and passcode if you accept my invitation.
To my lovely Queen Feister, you must know how much I love parties. Send me the link and I am happy to attend. I will give you half of my kingdom, but I would rather join you on a Zoom. Queen Feister, this is a wonderful party. Can I do anything for you? I would give you half of my kingdom.
King Toilet Paper, my wish is for you and Pandemic to come to another Zoom party tomorrow night.
That would be awesome. Send me the link and the details.
We can use the same meeting ID and passcode to make it easy.
Alexa, I'm too excited after the party to sleep. Tell me a story.
A story from King Toilet Paper's special official book. Maskakai the Jew saved your life when he made sure you knew that there were guards plotting to eliminate you.
Alexa, did we do anything to reward or honor Maskakai?
King Toilet Paper, there is nothing in your lists about rewarding Maskakai.
Alexa, send an urgent message to Pandemic to join me in a Zoom meeting right away. I do not care that it is the middle of the night. This is important.
Pandemic. Boom. 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 King Toilet Paper wants you to join him on Zoom right away.
Alexa, what is so urgent that the king needs me right now?
The king mentioned that he wanted to reward and honor someone.
Wow, if he is trying to catch me in the middle of the night, he must be wanting to honor me.
Pandemic. Boo! You are my chief advisor, and I need advice. What would be a wonderful way to honor someone who deserves to be rewarded and honored.
I don't know who you could possibly mean, but if it were me, maybe you should dress this guy in the king's best robe, put him on the king's finest horse, and have someone lead him through the streets yelling, "Look at who the king respects."
Pandemic. Boo! I like this idea. First thing in the morning, I want you to find Maskachai and I want you to honor and reward him with these things. It would be great for you to be the one spreading the word that this is how the king honors someone. Queen Feister, this is another wonderful party. Why do you look so sad? You know I would do anything for you. I would even give you half my kingdom.
King Toilet Paper, I do not mean to spread sadness. I would prefer to make things better. I just can't seem to do that now. Someone is trying to kill me and my people.
Who could possibly want to kill you, especially during a pandemic?
Hey, Pandemic has started to spread horrible laws about me and my people. He made a law that we all will die on the 13th of Adar. He made a gallows to hang my uncle Maskachai.
I can cure your troubles. Let's hang Pandemic Boo on the gallows and make Maskachai my chief advisor.
Feister, you saved us all. It was brilliant how you thought to inject fun into King Toilet Paper's week as a way to protect our people.
Uncle Maskachai, you protected us and encouraged me to reach out and save our people.
When we stick together and stand up for what is right, we can accomplish so much, even eliminating the evil pandemic.
Alexa, tell us about Purim.
Every year Jews celebrate the 14th of Adar as a holiday called Purim. We send gifts to each other and give tzedakah to the poor. You can ask me to tell you Purim jokes. We are obligated to be happy. Happy Purim, y'all.
Actors in order of appearance. Oh, once there was a wicked, wicked man, and Haman was his name, sir. He tried to murder all the Jews, but they were not to blame, sir. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be. Oh, today we'll merry, merry be, and nosh some hamantashen. Happy Purim, y'all.
Good evening and Shabbat Shalom. And happy Purim. Thank you for joining us for the B'nai Zion Shabbat service online. You are welcome to participate in our other events. Please go to b'naizioncongregation.org for details about services, learning opportunities, other programs, and more. And remember, this Sunday is our online, I believe, Zoom Purim Carnival, sponsored by the Federation. Donations were made to B'nai Zion's Sisterhood Flower Fund in loving memory of Lillian Spitzer by Lottie Spitzer Lyle. This donation was in the mail during the snowstorm and was not received in time to be read for last week's services. We're sorry for that. In loving memory of Marchessa Sinclair by Kathy and Nancy Sinclair. Each week after the flowers are used for Shabbat services, the Sisterhood delivers them to someone special. Please remember that the deadline in which donations for flowers are supposed to be read for a particular Friday is 2 p.m. of that week. Donations can be made easily by mail, mailing them in, made online, or calling into the office. Stay safe, have a good Shabbat, and a fun Purim.
Open up. And the ark is open. Please rise. And could we open the bottom one too? Open it, open it, open it. Let everybody see. Open the bottom ones too. Ready? 2. Thank you, Quinn.
עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשנו כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו ככל המונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא.
And when the arks are closed, let's do the first little one first, Quinn. When the arks are closed, and we'll step out of it, you may be seated. Are you ready to sit down again? We can. Thank you, everybody. Can I have fives or somethings?
Fives or somethings.
And a 2 and a 3. Nice. That was a really good one. And a hug. I like that. Thank you. Thanks. I didn't get one from you. Thank you. Thanks for calling on it. And that too. Thanks. I got a hug and a 5. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity.
To lose one life is as if we've lost an entire world. May we not lose sight of the enormity of the loss of so many individual lives. We honor the memories of these people who died this year.
As we remember them, let us meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death.
We remember the ones we have loved who are no more. We love them. We think of them. We remember them. There are tears in our remembering, and there are smiles. We give thanks. Remembering is a gift. We give thanks. Their lives are a blessing. We give thanks for what we had. We give thanks for what we have. We remember the good as though it were yesterday, and the bad has been softened by the passing seasons. Good and bad alike, laughter and tears alike, are ours. Remembering is a gift of love passing back and forth among yesterdays, among those that were and those that are, those we walk with now, and yesterday's fellow pilgrims for whose journey we are glad. We give thanks. Remembering is a gift. We give thanks. Their lives are a blessing. We give thanks for what we had. We give thanks for what we have.
However brief may be our time on earth, O God, you endow our fleeting days with abiding worth. We now recall the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us.
The recent death we are remembering this week is Virginia Walker. Congregants' parents who died within the past year include Tommy Crowder, Sophie Lipo, Robert Talbert, Joseph Paris, Artis Robison, and George Rothkopf.
And as we remember those who died at this season in years past, we take them into our hearts with our own. We remember those whose yortzites we observed this past week.
Esther G. Barron, May F. Benson, Ernest Braun, Enrico De Benedetti, Isaac Erbisfield, Samuel Grossman, Philip Gumbiner, Andrew B. Kelly, Brody Sorkin-Maritsky, Miriam Miller, Erwin Siegel, Jenny Simon, Lillian Spitzer, Kurt Gerhard Strauss, Fanny Tefka, Frida Kaplan-Wilenzik.
In this moment of memory, our griefs and sympathies are mingled. Loving God, we praise your name. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah. Be'alma divra chiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh. B'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael. Ba'agala u'v'izman kariv v'imru Amen. Yehe shemei Rabbah mevarach la'alam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. v'yithadar, v'yit'aleh, v'yithalal, shemeh dekudsha barich hu. Le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata, tush bechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehe shalama rabba min shemaya, v'chaim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. May the source of peace bestow peace on all who mourn, and may we be a source of comfort to all who are bereaved. Amen. It is a blessing when we worship together. It's a blessing to celebrate together. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha. May God bless you. May God protect you. Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka. May the light of God's face shine upon you, be gracious to you. I got another one, but I'm not really a Kohen, so I don't like to do two. You know that. Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God's face always be lifted up to you. May God grant you peace. Shabbat shalom. Happy Purim. Stay happy.